The Cresta is a single-family residence designed and constructed entirely out of cast-in-place concrete. Because of the large expanses and architectural design necessity for large, open expanses, no other structural system could have provided the beautiful, warm, and structural stability concrete provided. The house's 3 stories, 1 below and 2 above grade, are accented by floor-to-ceiling glass and large open expanses to the outdoors. The concrete itself has been used not only as a structural element, but a finished product. The warmth and texture of the concrete presents the natural elements it comes from and eliminates the need for any painting or drywall. The exterior courtyard space is defined by a concrete beam that completes the form of the entire structure, creating a space that feels much larger than it is.
The house was designed to be there forever. It wasn't designed to be a temporal sort of structure. And if you look historically, a lot of architecture, the concrete is still there and it still has that same original look to it. It doesn't weather like other things would. It actually gets better over time. It softens and it gets stains and textures. Whereas something that would be stucco, for instance, would start to crack and it would start to fail. So the concrete really ends up being a beautiful material as well as a lifelong material. We built the house in roughly 8 months, which is pretty much unheard of when it comes to custom houses. And the concrete allowed us to speed up a lot of things. For instance, on the 2nd floor, the glass actually is embedded up into the concrete and there is no track in it. So we left a slot in the concrete that we blocked out when we poured the slab, and the glass was literally just lifted by 4 people up into the concrete, caulked, and that was done. So it allows for a lot of simplicity in finishing a lot of elements. And because it was a finished product, there wasn't the requirement to come back and drywall, insulate, paint, and a lot of other things you would typically have to do.
I just saw something that was very exquisite in its simplicity. When I think about the word minimalist, it was almost says too much in regards to this project. It was so straightforward and just exquisite in many ways. Very straightforward, very pure in form. And one of the words I thought about using on this was just the essence. It was the ultimate nature of concrete. The essence of that was expressed so clearly in terms of how this project was executed. And I thought it was very neat from that standpoint that the concrete in this project, unlike some of the other architectural concrete that we had seen, it's very real and it's somewhat raw. It's not perfect. There are flaws, but in that process, in that expression, it comes off very, very well. And I think the other thing as an architect that really impressed me about this was a very, very fine line, in its simplicity, a very fine line between the interior and the exterior. Just beautifully carried out and just a marvelous project. Very exciting.